So yeah.
Quiz are going to be able to get karma as well. It's going to be good work from the CTs, and they're cleaning things up. Good God, Ducky, easy. 2 kills all on that.
So obviously, the main focus for me on the I-Series weekend was Counter-Strike. Now, I'll go back a wee bit and sort of explain what happened. Now, we had an original roster who were in our ASA main roster and stuff like that, and then they disbanded, just uni schedules and all things clashing, they disbanded. So the original plan was to go with I-Series with that team, and then at the time we decided, look, let's forget about it, stuck with Ducky, and decided, right, let's build a roster. Now Ducky did say to me at the time that I could go look for other teams and stuff, but I wasn't really interested. I'm a man of my word. I like to look after players, and I was happy to let Ducky build a team. So he did, he got a team, and then approached me to say we're going to go to I-Series. Now at this stage I had already put some resources into GamerCon, so I was a wee bit sort of kicked back or knocked back by that, so I had to sort of pull it out of the bag to get to I-Series. But we made it. We even say a couple of weeks practice, maybe not, sort of some scrims here and there, some server work. So we got a team sorted, and we went 4-0 in groups, and then we had a decider match. I can't remember who that was against. TLR, does that ring a bell possibly? TLR. We had a decider match on who was going to be seeded. They beat us in the best of one, and we ended up coming up against Reason. Now, funny story, myself and Daryl, we were only flying over on the Friday evening. We were both working, and then we finished working and flew over on Friday. So we were in Dublin Airport, waiting at Dublin Airport, when I got a message to say, your guys are on stream, they've lost first map. I think I knew they lost first map, and we were going to the second map. I think the first map was quite close. Second map, then I think someone messaged me and was like, you guys are looking to go out. And by this stage Daryl and I had thought, we didn't know there was an intermediate bracket, and we thought, jeepers, is there any point in going over here to spend this money to have no teams in the competition? Because obviously the Call of Duty team had been knocked out at that stage on the Friday, and we thought, okay, the CSGO team's going to be knocked out as well. You know, we're going over here to spend all that money, you know, to start to spend money over there for the whole weekend. Was there any point? But thankfully we got over, and someone said there was an intermediate bracket, so we got into that. So that came on the Saturday. So we went 7-0 in the intermediate bracket, which was decent. I think to be fair, most teams in the intermediate bracket that came out of there, that won their group, all went 7-0. I'm pretty sure I saw that. So, you know, it was always going to be those strong teams. So we come up against obviously a strong team when we go out of the groups of intermediate, and we lost 19-17 in overtime. So yeah, I was delighted, because as I say, we hadn't had that much practice. We sort of put the team together last minute and just decided to go. So I was happy. I was able to get jerseys sort of in quick time. Got jerseys, I think we can get a turnaround jersey in about 5 days. So yeah, it was great. So I mean, I didn't expect any better. I was just happy, you know, I liked interacting with my players. I was able to go over and meet all the guys and stuff, so it's been great. And yeah, currently the roster is the same roster, and we are looking to approach, we're going into ACA, we're going to be hopefully approaching I-Series. I think I-Series is end of August. We might be looking at another European event and stuff. So yeah, things are looking good for CSGO side of things. And yeah, I think that's really it.
Insomnia 60 was a bit of a weird event for my team, to be honest. I believe it was the first event any of us have ever got last at, and we're just going to skim straight over the top of that, because that's all I want to mention about the event, to be completely honest. There's a few factors that were pretty negative in and out of game for the event. Some things that didn't arrive in time, and then just team chemistry and stuff like that there. It was awful event playing wise, but outside actually competing, I love the event. It's been one of the most fun events I've been to, the way like the whole stage has been done and stuff like that. But when it came into the actual playing point of view, didn't enjoy it at all, and I can't wait to actually get to the next event and have it in a whole sort of different playing field, to be honest. After the event, I mean, anyone that follows me or my teammates on Twitter, they're bound to have known that the whole team has split. I think all of us have just went free agents. I know Gav isn't too sure what he's doing because he's got uni exams coming up, and they sort of clash just before EGL Sheffield, so I think he's a bit unsure of what he's doing. I know Max, he has went free agent as well, or Ruza, as most people know him by. He's went free agent. To be honest, he could land on a very top team. He's a really talented player. And Mo, or Emotions as plenty of people know him by, he also decided to go free agent after the event. So I also then became free agent. I got in talks with Stuart a bit more after the event, because obviously we were just under as essentially a pickup team under them for Insomnia 60. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 days before the event we actually went under the organisation. I had a wee chat with him, decided that I could stay on board as a Call of Duty captain, looking for 3 underneath NSG, and that's really me going into EGL Sheffield in 2 months time. Looking for 3, just looking to get 3 good free agents that are willing just to grind out the game, and hopefully come away with much better than last place, because if I get last place in an event again, it isn't going to be fun. But as I said, the event was overall good. It just, the playing side of things weren't that great, and I'm just really excited to be under a good Irish organisation. I mean, it's a good place to be, working with people that are local to me and I'm good friends with. So I mean, if I can just go out and get a W or 2 for NSG, that's all I can really aim for. So we'll see how EGL goes in 2 months time, and wish us luck.
First,
I want to know more about them. I'm sure you guys do. Let's learn a little bit more about NSG.
This is the start. This is where we make a name for ourselves, and then up and up. We'll climb up the ladder. We'll climb up, beating the teams one by one, and they'll know our names. Right, we're going to prove ourselves, and we'll show it at this event. 100%. I'll show you who I am. Me, Break and Demonic, we've been playing together since Gears 3, so around 2-3 years now. Matrix, who's been around for a really long time, we picked him up, and he's like a veteran. And we've got a young one, Chib, so he's up and coming. We don't fear anyone. Like, no matter who we play like our game, we play aggressive, we take the fight to them, and we're not scared of anyone. Gears of War probably would have come as a surprise to anyone that follows NSG. Most people would know that we predominantly stick to League of Legends or CSGO. Although we do have Call of Duty with Fozzie's team, it was probably something that we had never thought of going into. But when I was at iSeries, I got an email from one of the players, Matrix, one of our Gears of War players currently, and he had emailed me to say, look, we are heading to Paris, we would like to go, or they qualified through a Gfinity tournament. It was fully funded by Gfinity and stuff, so they asked for things for the event that I was more than happy to help them with. I think they just needed someone to, you know, go into an event like that, they probably want things to look, you know, official, and wearing someone's apparel and stuff is always good. So we got jerseys for them in a pretty quick turnaround. I don't think anyone would be able to get jerseys as quick as what we did. So that was great, easy, no problem, no hassle. Got it over to them, and the guys went. I was pretty good at myself. I hate not going to events that I have teams at. It's demoralising, but it's nothing I could do. We'd only just come back from iSeries, and I couldn't get anything booked, so with regards to getting time off work. But yeah, it was, the guys went, they went, I think it was on the Thursday.
10-11 AM, and we found out the night before we weren't playing our games until 8-10 PM, so it was a long wait for us. But while I was waiting, I was watching some of the open bracket teams and supporting the other teams. But so yeah, it got to 8 PM, and we sat down to play United. So we had a little warm up for the 10-15 minutes. But obviously we knew they were going to be a top team, and it'd be very hard. We were all confident we could bring our A game, so to speak, and challenge them in every aspect of like rotations and weapon placements, etc. But the first map was Impact, And although it was a 7-2 scoreline, it didn't really reflect how the game played out. You might have seen on the stream, we was putting up a strong fight. We was winning a lot of duels around the map and a lot of the initials, but it was the mid-round stuff that they were better than us on. An event like some of their players, such as Zerpting and God Plays, played really well individually, especially with the M-Bar and Zerpting with the Nasher. But during the map, we decided to throw the long shot down, and it instantly made an impact, but it ultimately didn't help us win the map. But we knew going into the second map we could bang with them. The second map was Harbour, which was our best map. I'm sure prior to the event they did the homework on us. We knew straight away during the picks and bans that they banned our best map straight away, and they picked our worst, which was Impact. So yeah.
Such an important play here. We do see 3 go down, make it 4. Ash left alive, and whether it's 2-10 or whether it's the domination, needless to say, NSG are going to pick up round number 1. And I can both hear and see Precision getting loud.
Precision straight off his seat first round after what was quite a mellow interview. Suddenly we flick the camera to him and he's just bouncing off that first round.
So, I mean, to go that close with those guys was pretty good. I know the guys were feeling very, very confident going into the event, and I think after they said that, you know, they still felt they were playing very, very well, and it showed. So then I think we played Team Allegiance. I think they beat us quite comfortably. That one didn't get to see any of that on stream, so that we just had to put that out of our mind. And then an open bracket team came through, and it was Sigma. So I think I know certainly Matrix used to play for Sigma, so it's going to be a pretty big game, because obviously that works on the seeding system. If you come last in the group, then you're into like the lower bracket. So we managed to pull that off on stream, which was phenomenal. It was great. The guys pulled it off. It was 7-3, 7-4, something along those lines. But yeah, we had to win that to progress. Then we got to, it was Prismatic. I think you guys had a bit of a wait, which really put a bit of pressure on us. There was a bit of a wait in between games, and it wasn't on stream or anything, didn't get to see it, so it finished 7-6, 7-6, so couldn't have got a closer game. 7-6, 7-6 is phenomenal, so yeah, that put us out. I think the guys were absolutely gutted. That would have got us top 12. We ended up getting top 16, which is still very, very good. Those guys are quite highly rated. I know some of them had won before and stuff, so I think a few of them were coming into it and really wanting to put this team together and do well. So I think they were pretty gutted, but as it stands, we have discussed with them to say, look, there's an event in Las Vegas, and it's probably something that we wouldn't be able to afford to pay for them to go to. So I have discussed with them to say, look, I don't particularly want to hold these guys back. It's not the sort of person I am. They've come in, they've done a good job, they represented NSG well, and I said to them, I'm more than happy for them to try and get someone to send them to Las Vegas and so on. So I won't hold them back. I know opportunities are hard to come by in gaming, so they currently, I think they are in talks with organisation. I'm sure by the time this video's out, they've probably got something sorted out. So hopefully they do. As I say, they are a great bunch of lads. Anything we've spoke to, they've done, and it's been great to have them on board. I'd hope it's maybe not the last time that I see these guys. You know, certainly with, you know, we still are a small organisation, so the more we can build ourselves up and grow and stuff, we might, you know, have them back one day. But hopefully they get something sorted, and it's been a pleasure having them on board, and I look forward to seeing what they can do in the future.